Like while Prince Harry was out and about in Lesotho doing some serious good work with his charity Centre Ballet, gathering top funders, excuse me, gathering top funders and business leaders to support. Just when you start a live stream, then everybody remembers to call you. Isn't it funny? It happens all the time. All right, guys, it seems like while Prince Harry was out in Lesotho doing some serious good work with his charity Centre Ballet, gathering top funders and business leaders to support kids living with HIV/AIDS, the British media was busy asking the most ridiculous question. Where's Meghan? You guys remember that? That only happened just last week, right? Well, while they were out here gossiping about what Meghan was doing, Meghan was busy. She had teamed up with local groups for a screen free afternoon of games, friendship bracelets, and talking about how to stay safe on social media. While the British tabloids were obsessing about her whereabouts. Crazy. Anyway, Meghan was out here doing what she does best, okay? Making an impact. And this visit was timed perfectly to announce a major collaboration between Archewell Foundation, Oprah Winfrey's Foundation, Melanie Gates' charity, Pivotal Ventures, and they're partnering with Girls Inc. and Half the Story to support young girls focusing on body image, healthy digital habits, and protecting them from the dangers of social media. This is something that is so relevant for today's world because these are the challenges that the young people, not just girls, are facing. But of course, it's the day of the International Day of the Girl. So of course, they will focus on the girls in this equation. And let's be real, given how crazy things are, this is exactly what young girls need, especially against the backdrop of the challenges that we're seeing play out. I mean, the Diddy situation and the whole music industry and the whole Hollywood industry problem. Challenges of social media, which is how a lot of these young people get groomed, is pertinent in today's world. And if I remember correctly, Justin Bieber was discovered on YouTube. And a lot of the young musicians that they are in Hollywood today, like Billie Eilish, were all discovered on YouTube, which are all social media platforms. So this is so relevant for today's world. This is so relevant for today's world. Um, Before we dive any deeper into this story, let me officially welcome you all to Isabella Bank's YouTube channel. You already know what it is. I'm Wizzy, and I give you Sussex news updates served with a bit of investigative journalism where I can, and also a dash of spice. But light on the spice, heavy on the investigative journalism, if I can call it that. So if you're not already subscribed, hit that button and let's keep this party going. All right, where were we? Where were we? As I was saying, Archewell teamed up with Half the Story and Girls Inc. for a new project called Social Media U. All right, so I'm just going to show you their website so you can have a look at what they're doing. They are doing such good work. As usual, I had a look at what they were doing before I came on here so I could speak about this knowledgeably, at least as knowledgeably as I can. And yeah, I was very impressed by what I found when I went to their website. Just a second while I get it onto the screen. So this is the Half the Story website. If you look at it keenly, you can see that the text and the graphic on it is all geared towards young people. Really, really impressed. really clear with their goals. They say they were launched in 2015 as a dorm room project, as the first youth led digital wellness movement. In honor of our 10th anniversary, we're kicking off a $10 million capital campaign to serve at least 1 million students over the next 5 years. They have this whole thing on here, which I thought was really cool. It's like, do your brain a favor. Our brains love anything bright and shiny, and our screens are no exception. Do them a favor by removing color from the equation. Going grayscale reduces your urge to keep scrolling and only takes a second. I wonder how many people would actually do that. You see, when you click the button, it turns the screen to black and white, and really it does remove the interest that one would have from continuing to scroll down. But just for the purposes of what we are discussing, this is the project Archewell is collaborating with them on, which is social media new, and it is designed to educate middle and high school programs supporting parents, students, and administrators on how to navigate social media. It's a lot. They've done a lot of research, and you can see all the coloring, the typography, the graphics on the website. They all geared towards the young people. It's very clear what they do. I really love it, and it's quite inspirational for me because in the coming weeks, you're going to see that I think in order for me to progress what I'm doing, I need to do something along these lines as well. So yeah, education, they do education, they do advocacy, and uh, community screen-free socials for the people that they serve. So I thought that was really cool to share with you guys. This is the website of the people that Harry and Meghan are partnering with. You see, excellence all the way around. It's the way Harry and Meghan move, and it's quite nice to see that they're not just talking the talk, but they are walking the walk as well. Love to see it. All right, so going back to what we're discussing, let's get back to the presentation. Going back to what we are discussing, bring this back. So this is Larissa May, the lady in black and white. She is the CEO of the hashtag Half the Story. And she has taken a photograph with Meghan here. And this is the representative for Pivotal Ventures at Pivotal Ventures. Yeah. So Larissa May had said that she almost lost her life when she was a young girl. Now her mission is to reach 1 million kids by 2030. And the thing about it is that I love the approach because social media and tech can be quite intimidating, but instead of just rolling over and just accepting defeat, what we're seeing is a lot of people entering into uh, a lot of people entering into the arena and then deciding that they're going to tackle things head on. Yeah, look at this. Justin Bieber was discovered by Scooter Braun at 13 on YouTube. Exactly. And look at what, well, is rumored to have happened to him. Just look at that. And one of the biggest problems is online gaming, which is not regulated. Adults posing as children to lure children. Exactly. 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 Um, And did I mention that all of this went down on in the International Day of the Girl? Every year since 2012, this day has shined a spotlight on the issues girls face globally. And this year's theme is Girls with Vision for the Future. I don't know about you, but that makes me want to jump in and do something too. You have this photograph on the screen with Beyonce and Jay-Z, just because Beyonce also is very vocal about female empowerment, just the way Meghan is. That's the only reason why you have their photograph on the screen together at the moment. All right. So, as I said, let's see what this is. I don't know if I've shared this with you guys before, but I have. In fact, I'm really inspired by Harry and Meghan to want to do something for my own community as well. I have this dream of wanting to help young girls as well, but from a different perspective, not social media or anything related to the online cyberbullying and media harassment that can go on. That is something that has come up just because of my interaction with the issues and challenges that Harry and Meghan are facing. My issue is what I would like to do is to deal with something that is not spoken about at all. What happens to those children who are left behind when their mothers migrate to to the developed countries and are left behind in Africa? They're generally left with relatives, because a lot of families, what I'm talking about is, let's say a couple have the opportunity to travel to Canada, or they have the opportunity to travel to America, or even the UK. Oftentimes, they don't have enough money to take the whole family with them. So they come up with a solution, and the solution is to leave their kids, if they have kids, with their relatives, in the hope that after a period of time they'll be able to bring the rest of the family over to join them. Problem is, a lot can happen while the parents are away, because the parents are not there to protect them. And a lot of the time, the people that they leave their kids with don't take as much care of their children as they would if the children were theirs. In a way, I don't blame the people they leave the children with, because it's a subconscious thing. I don't think it's something that they do on purpose. What they do make sure that they do is to make sure that if the children were going to school and the parents have left their school fees with their carers or guardians, this is who they would be at this point. They make sure that the children continue to go to school. They make sure that they continue to be dressed. If they go to church, they make sure that they're fed and they go to church. But they don't teach them life skills, how to take care of themselves, social etiquette, these kind of things. And sometimes the parents who travel abroad now miscalculate, because they, while they're in Nigeria or other third world countries, thinking that they're going to migrate over and it's only going to take them a year and they go back for their children, they find out that it takes them sometimes up to 5-10 years before they're able to even go back and visit their families for the first time. In that period, a lot happens to the children. Believe me, a lot happens to the children. And the children grow up without the life skills that they need in order to succeed. It takes the grace of God and the Almighty Father for these children to be able to navigate with what little skills they're able to pick up along the way. So yeah, that's the reason for me wanting to do something for the children of, I call them the children of the in-between. They're almost like the children of, similar to Prince Harry, because he was in the house, the royal family's house. He had access to wealth, but no one was teaching him anything. He is just now beginning to learn the life skills he needs in order to survive in this world. And that is with the support of Meghan, you know. And this, I think, is one of the reasons, this is one of the things that accounts for the high divorce rates. Because if you don't have a model of how to behave in the adult world, if you don't have any mentorship, then and you're going with what you see on TV or you watch other people doing, then you don't really have any moral compass to go back to. Who's going to take you to church? Who's going to teach you how to be a good friend, how to be a good girlfriend, how to be a good boyfriend? Who's going to teach you how to be a good employee? Who's going to teach you that you need to self regulate, have emotional intelligence? Who's going to teach you that you don't need to be a hoe? Who's going to teach you all this stuff that is very necessary? So, this is why the kind of work that Harry and Meghan do is quite important. Quite important. What does Lorna say? Uh, a lot of women come to Canada as domestic workers and leave their children behind in the hope to bring them later when they're established. And it usually takes much longer than they originally anticipated. Anyway, so this is why the work that Harry and Meghan do, and I'm really, really inspired to be able to go back and do this kind of work. And I have actually even begun that work within my own family by giving them access to material which will be able to help them. And I hope to be able to do that for my entire community as time goes by. Anyway, not to bore you with all of this stuff, if you're not already subscribed, please go ahead to subscribe to my channel, hit that button, and let's keep this party going. Okay? Let's keep this party going. Anyway, I just love to see Harry and Meghan getting on with the work that they had planned to do. It's clear they have a life plan and they have decided to, on purpose, focus on the plan. They are not ignoring what's happening with the British media. No, not at all. Otherwise, Meghan wouldn't have stomped out the way she did last week. But they are keeping their focus firmly on what they set out. They have said that they plan to do for their lives, which is quite important. Otherwise, you can get caught up in just fighting battles continuously in your life. Uh, um, so next up, I'm going to be diving into why Piers Morgan seems so obsessed with dragging Harry and Meghan. Why he seemed, should I say, he doesn't talk about them as much as he used to. Um, and it's going to be a repost of the Byline Times expose. And I'm doing this just because it's quite topical following the update of the court case, which happened last week, which I just reported on this week. I had a lot of people sending me messages to do a video reminding them of the backstory to Prince Harry's court case. I've already done those videos. So to help those people catch up, I'm going to be reposting the videos I have already done. So watch out for them. The repost will start from, should we do it this evening? Should we start this evening or tomorrow? What do you guys think? Let me know what you want in the chat. Should we start the repost of the backstory to Prince Harry's court cases today, or should we do it in the evening? Give me a thumbs up if you want me to do it start today, or I can start tomorrow, and you can listen to everything at your viewing pleasure. It's a series of 4 videos, so it's going to take 4 days to complete. So bear that in mind when you're deciding when you want me to start. For those people who are here, Lorna says tomorrow evening. Okay, that's great. I will do then. I will. I've already started working on it, and the first video is already ready to go. So I will set it up to premiere tomorrow evening. This is not a long video today. It was just to discuss Megan's new project with Girls Inc. and hashtag half the story. And by the way, I want to ask you guys in the chat. I thought the British media said that Hollywood was turning their backs on Harry and Meghan. How come she is now in partnership with Melinda Gates and Oprah Winfrey? How come? Tell what you think. Button, subscribe, drop a comment. Drop a comment if you care. Drop a comment if you care. This is Wheezy signing out. I'll catch you in the next one. Okay. Thanks to my amazing moderator, Lorna Williams. Lorna, I did a slide specially for you. I thought you have been so amazing, so supportive. You deserve your flowers over and over again. Thank you so much and have a happy Thanksgiving weekend to everyone. Thanks for reminding me, Lorna. You are all, as I said, you're just amazing. Thank you so much. All right. So, see you in the next one. Ciao, everybody.